Well, hey YouTube, Matt M. Roy back once again. Sorry I've been away for a while. I am now recovering from a ear infection that I received about 3 days ago, so haven't really felt like doing too much. So this is going to be a quick vlog video, show you what's going on. Now, you guys probably remember I got a bunch of these towers about a week ago when I have been working on them. This is that Gateway. It's a Gateway 838GM. And I have been working on this one. I'll go ahead and show you that real quick. Pardon me, I think I might be getting a little bit of a cold too. For some reason on this one, the fan is fairly loud when it starts, but it does work. I loaded Windows 7 on it. Home Premium, I think, is on this. No, I'm sorry, Ultimate. The only drawback is with the built-in video, it won't run the aero graphics, but it still works fine, plays YouTube videos nicely, and I think I may actually have this one sold to somebody I know up in New York. My grandmother's neighbor needs just a basic system, and I'll give her this one at a really, really cheap price. And as you can see, I changed my setup here a little bit. Whereas before I was using the built-in speakers on this eMachines monitor, I upgraded to these, which were given me by my good friend Linda. These are Harman Kardon speakers, probably from around 2001. They went with another computer I have that I'll be showing you guys in a minute. They're in really good shape, still a little dusty. You can see the paint's kind of worn off on the edges there. But if you guys know anything about these speakers, they came with Dell computers back in the day, and they sound fantastic. That's the right one with all the controls. You have volume, tone, and then a headphone port in case you want to plug headphones in. And this is the left speaker, which is just basically a speaker. There's no power transformer or anything in that. It's just to give you left channel. So, nice pair of stereo speakers. So, you know, not too bad. Here comes the Gateway. And while that's booting up, I'll show you guys a few other things. There's a computer I'm working on for a client right now. This is a Dell Optiplex 755. This was running Windows XP. I actually just built another system for him. And this one is, I need to get the data off the hard drive. Not too bad of a system. Core 2 something in there, V Pro, which probably means it's a Core 2 Duo. But I'm going to see if he wants this back. If not, I might just play around with it. I think this may have an intermittent motherboard problem. I'm not sure. Because I know he said it ran kind of slow once in a while. But, you know, it'll just be something nice to play with. As you can see, the desktop is coming up here. Again, it's not good enough to run the aero graphics. Because what's in it, there goes the speakers, is just a Intel Graphics Media Accelerator 900. But I mean, again, it's still working. The video driver is working, and this would be a good system for somebody who likes to do internet, maybe some word processing, and just watch a few YouTube videos. It's got a 120 gig hard drive in it and 2 gigs of memory. And I'll show you the specs on that really quick. See, Intel Pentium 4, 3 gigahertz, hyperthread, so it works like a dual core, even though it's technically not. And there's your 2 gigs of RAM, and it's running the 32-bit operating system. And of course, for the rating, it gets a 1.0 because of the graphics. But the other stuff's not too bad for a computer of this age. There you go. 3.4 on the CPU, 4.4 on the memory. Hard drive's the highest at 5.3. And then, of course, the graphics for the Aero is 1, but the gaming graphics is 1, and the Aero graphics is 1.9. Again, never going to be a gaming system, but still not too bad to just play around with. Well, I'll show you guys what I've been doing in the closet too. I mean, it's nothing fancy. You can see I still got a huge mess in here. A bunch of my old records and DVDs. These are some of the overflow camcorders I have. The top one is the old JVC mini DV camcorder from 2003, and the bottom is that Super VHS camcorder I got a couple months ago. Got a couple modders up here, pardon me. That old computer tower that you guys are asking me about, quite a few people have asked me about what I'm doing with this. It's probably going to be parted out, guys. There is a motherboard problem with this computer. It will post half the time, but half the time it just freezes right at the post screen. So that one I'm going to part out. I got to take the memory card reader out, the DVD burner, and a few other choice parts. Pardon me. Here are the other computers I got, and I'll give you a quick update. The Dell XPS 400 is complete. It's got a gig of RAM running Windows 7 32-bit edition and 160 gig hard drive. The Sony here is complete. It's running Windows XP. That has 1.5 gigabytes of RAM and an 80 gigabyte hard drive. This is the other computer I haven't really had a chance to work with. This is a Dell Dimension 2100 series from around 2001. This is the computer I'm assuming that the Harman Kardon speakers came with. It's a Celeron-based system, probably around 1 gigahertz, but I haven't worked with that at all yet. I might make this into a Windows 95, 98 system, and if I do that, I'm definitely going to bring you guys along for the adventure. And here is my trusty Dimension XPS D233. This is my DOS gaming computer. Don't worry, guys, there's nothing wrong with it. I just have it put up for now because I'm working on some other projects at the moment. So that's pretty much what I've been up to, is working on my computers. Now what I have to do is do the data backup on this. So once I get that started, I'll show you guys what's happening. See you in a few minutes. Alright, as you can see, I have the hard drive out of my client's computer hooked up to my Redneck data transfer system there. It's actually out of an old external hard drive. I just need to make sure that it is showing up, which it is not for some reason. So let's see if it's still trying to install it. Sometimes you have to do this more than once. Go ahead and plug it in again. Shine a little light on the situation. Let's see what happens now. I can hear the hard drive spinning up. Oh, there we go. Showed up as drive G. And you can see the zip because this is off a Dell computer. And that is it. So now that the external drive is showing up in Windows, the very first thing I'm going to do is open Avast. This is a very nice feature because on the gentleman's new computer, I don't want there to be any viruses, of course. So I'm going to run a boot time scan. So if you go to scan, go to scan for viruses. Oh, hang on a second. They actually just changed this. So now I got to figure out, of course, how to do a boot time scan. See what we got here. You got quick scans there. You got browser cleanup. Scan. Let's see what happens if you click. Okay, you got to click scan for viruses. And then right here where it says full system scan, you want to change that to boot time scan. And then all you have to do is click the start. Now it's asking you boot time scan will run on the next restart. Do you want to restart a computer now? Yes, I do. Now what this is going to do is it's going to open up a proprietary piece of software. It's like a batch file, and Avast is actually going to run in DOS mode. And basically what that does is it prevents any viruses from loading into the system. And it doesn't take very long. It will start right on the next boot. Our weather's pretty nasty. I'm actually starting to hear some thunder right now, guys. Oh. Focus. Got some dust on there. You can hear the hard drive kind of clicking away here. That's not a good sign. Okay, there we go. Avast Antivirus 2014. You can hear the hard drive spinning up. And there you go. Now this is going to take probably about 2 to 3 hours to complete. So I'm going to let this work and we'll go ahead and do something else. thought I'd go ahead and show you guys the inside of this Dell Optiplex 755 real quick. It's actually almost identical to a computer that I had about 3 years ago that I only had for a very short time because the motherboard went out on it. You can see it uses these hard drive rails. You actually put the hard drive in either side, use those pins to put it where the screws would go, and then it just slides in here like this and then clips in. Of course, you got to get the SATA cable out of the way first. And you see it just clips down. This is actually nice. It even has a PCI Express X16 slot. Now that, because I think it says 75 watts there, you couldn't put a high-end card in, but something like a GeForce 210 card or maybe a Radeon 5450 low-power card would work just fine. There are the 2 sticks of 1 gigabyte each, so 2 gigabytes of RAM total. Not sure what brand. I think they might be, yeah, they're Hynix branded sticks. Now, of course, this is a BTX style case like my old one. Basically, what that means is it's convectionally cooled. You can see it has this area here where there's a fan. What happens is it sucks the air in from this humongous grill in the front of the computer. The fan actually sucks the air in through here, and you can see in the back there's a huge heatsink right there, and the fan has enough power to shoot it out this back grill here. So basically it's what they call convection cooling, and that was a really nice feature of the BTX style cases. Unfortunately, BTX never really took off because with the new, more modern, efficient CPUs, this amount of cooling was not necessary, and these computers did tend to be a little bit on the noisy side, especially when it thought it was getting hot. That huge fan right there would sound almost like a jet. Wow. I was just working in my room and I heard some rain. It looks like we have some storms coming our way. They said we'd have something today. Let's see what's going on outside. I was about to show you guys that game, but I just heard like a big clap of thunder. Wow, I don't know if you guys can see that. Check those clouds out. Moving fairly quickly. I've shut down the computers for now because I don't know how bad this is going to get. They said we could have some severe storms, but I think we're just going to see some strong storms. This part of Virginia, we do tend to get some nasty weather in November. It's got all those fronts converging, the cold front, the warm front will converge, and they do make for some nasty storms. We'll have to see what's going on. Well, as you can see, it's still scanning. It's at about 66% right now. It's going to take a while. Unfortunately, it is going to storm, but I still have to have this computer on because I'm doing the virus scan. I'm going to end the vlog here for today because it's already about 14 minutes long. I hope you guys enjoyed this whole experiment. Let me know if you guys like these. Please remember to like and subscribe. And as always, have a blessed day, everybody.